Tonight on CTV News, we bring you the latest on the Dennis Prager event held on campus.
Then we investigate the overuse of handicap door buttons.
And we explore a talk on academic integrity. All this and more on CTV News, starting now. Good evening, Rams. I'm Lauren Willson.
And I'm Edgar Cedillo. Here's what's happening in the news near you. You may have noticed all the security on campus yesterday, which was for the Dennis Prager event. He was lecturing at CSU about traditional values and how they help America move forward.
TPUSA's CSU chapter hosted Dennis Prager last night in the LSC. About 1,200 people attended the event for a talk with Prager, which was followed by question and answer.
My biggest indictment of the left is that they have increased human unhappiness.
Not all students who showed up to the event agreed with Prager, but went to listen.
If I care about these things, to make sure that I'm understanding where everybody's coming from, and I know that it can be hard for us to step into these environments and really try to listen to what people are saying.
Political representation from both sides of the aisle were present at the event.
I think it was a great representation of the different views that we have here on campus. It was nice to see different opinions getting up and asking Mr. Prager about his individual beliefs and statements he has said about his own opinion.
TPUSA's president spoke about the political discourse that took place during the event.
But ultimately, I think students just had an opportunity to engage in some very needed political dialogue on our campus.
Brown pointed out that while there are some disagreements in views, some students were able to find common ground.
I think ultimately what people don't realize is that the right and the left tend to agree on more things than they think, and as long as we're willing to have the conversation, people will learn that.
Police presence was high throughout the night, but no incidents reported during or after the event.
I believe deeply in the God of the Bible, who created Adam, and I was taught in first grade in yeshiva, why did God create one person to begin all of humanity? So no one could say, my stock, my race is more important than yours. We all come from Adam. We are all in God's image. God is not black, God is not white, and that is all that matters. That's what I say.
If you would like to learn more about Prager's views and ideas, you can visit prageru.com.
Mourners gathered in Old Town Square yesterday evening in the wake of Saturday's deadly synagogue shooting in Pittsburgh, where 11 people lost their lives. The citywide Interfaith Council hosted the memorial and denounced anti-Semitism and hate-motivated incidents. University President Tony Frank sent out an email on the incident saying, quote, "As is always the case, no matter where such tragedy strikes or the color, religion, or status of its victims, their tragedy is our tragedy."
Colorado State University ranks 5th in the nation among public universities and 1st in Colorado in the 2019 Best for Vets ranking put out by the Military Times. The magazine recognized CSU's commitment to helping student veterans succeed through mentorship and the New START program implemented by the College of Health and Human Sciences. The university's dedication to aiding veterans helped attract record-breaking class of military-related students this year. 178 veterans were welcomed to campus this fall, which was a 41% increase from last year.
October is a time of many things: sweater weather, pumpkin spice lattes, and Halloween. But did you know that here at CSU, October is also Academic Integrity Month? In honor of this month, several events emphasizing what it means to be an honest and responsible student have been organized by university groups. Lieutenant General Jay Silveria came to speak on academic ethics and values last Thursday in the Laurie Student Center. Silveria is the superintendent of the U.S. Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. His primary responsibilities are to direct Academy students in military training, academics, athletics, and character development programs, according to his bio on the U.S. Air Force website.
Frankly, that's all you can ask of yourself, is that you make decisions that are grounded not in your own agenda, not in some expediency, not to achieve something else, not to consideration for anything other than what are your base values.
After speaking, Silveria opened the floor to a Q&A session for students to find out more about his job and personal values. Attendees also had the opportunity to enter a raffle for several prizes, including an Apple Watch and a hydro flask, and winners were announced at the end of the event.
Community members will soon have the opportunity to share their thoughts and opinions with the university as it searches for a new president. The first of 4 listening sessions will be held on Friday, November 2nd from 1 to 2:30 in the afternoon in the Cherokee Park Ballroom in the Laurie Student Center. The comments gathered from the sessions and online feedback will be consolidated and shared with the Presidential Search Committee before their first meeting on November 6th.
Questions about the overuse of buttons designated to aid, questions about the overuse of buttons designed to aid disabled students have been brought to light recently.
These buttons can be found anywhere and everywhere on campus, often making them drift into the background. However, for some students, these buttons are incredibly important. Handicapped accessible doors lend a hand to those who truly need it. But what happens when more able-bodied students use these buttons than not? A study done by the Stanford Psychology Department revealed that approximately 73% of those who utilize the handicap button are in no way disabled. Students at CSU also support this claim.
I mean, like, it's just there, so obviously people are just going to use it. It's like the same thing with bathrooms, I feel like. Yeah, definitely, I do feel like guilty sometimes when I use the handicap button. But most of the time I try to do it so, like, I don't have to hold the door open for someone behind me.
Yes, I think I do. Like, when I walk in a door, I'll just hit the button so people behind me don't have to, like, open the doors. I don't think it's a bad thing if, like, people hit the button so every time you go through a door, like, you don't have to, like, keep passing it on to the person behind you, but I feel like it is kind of like, it is for people who need it, and we just kind of hit it.
I don't think that people shouldn't use them. I think they're like a tool, you know, like obviously to make things easier for people.
Additionally, 4/5 of the students interviewed who requested to remain anonymous reported that they often used the buttons when they personally felt it was unnecessary. The impact of the overuse of these buttons has many more consequences, however. Many see excessive use of the handicap button as essentially a waste of energy due to the heating or cooling of the building escaping for a longer duration of time than when the doors opened. However, not everyone is in consensus that the use of the handicap buttons by able-bodied students is negative. A representative from the Student Disability Center shared that the button is for everybody and is made for universal design, and we should advocate for more buttons around campus. Should the handicap-accessible buttons be left to those who require them, or are they a mechanism that can and should be used by everyone? The answer is in your hands. Ren Wadsworth, CTV, Channel 11.
Officials are still investigating whether pushing these buttons extraneously can cause the mechanisms to wear down over time.
Climate change is a pressing issue during the election this season. However, CSU professors say that climate change goals will be difficult to achieve and drastic action must be taken to cut emissions by 2030. Atmospheric science professor Scott Denning stressed the importance of the climate change, stressing the 3 S's. Simple, serious, and solvable, which he says are crucial to shape legislation that will effectively combat global rising temperatures.
A team from CSU is one of 12 to join the Eco Car Mobility Challenge, a competition put on by the U.S. Department of Energy and General Motors designed to give automotive engineers real-world experience. The competition spans 4 years, and the team will spend the first year deciding how they will design and alter the 2019 Chevy Blazer that they will receive next year. By the end of the Mobility Challenge, each team should have a vehicle that is more fuel efficient and equipped with safety features like emergency stopping.
That'll be a pretty interesting car to see once it comes out next year.
Yeah, I could certainly use a vehicle that has emergency stopping. I'm not the best driver.
Especially when driving fast on the I-25. So
oh yeah,
I would do that too. Well, that's all we have for news.
Stay tuned for weather, sports, and entertainment all coming up on CTV.